Hello, 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 hello again, guys. Welcome to another video from Katie's Everything channel. Today we'll be doing a story time. I'm gonna let you in my life a little bit, okay? Um, Before I came here in Canada in 2015, I made a visit to Canada in 2014. I came on vacation from I think September 28th, and I spent 3 weeks. When I came, and I'm gonna share my journey before arriving. While I was at the airport, just leaving Jamaica for the first time, I have no idea where may I go. I've never left out of Jamaica. It was my first time traveling, guys. First time. And not gonna lie, I did nervous because we don't know no way. We don't know no way. So I did nervous, to be honest. And while at the airport there in Kingston, I saw a gentleman and his wife. Um and they had a child. I'm not sure if it was a boy or a girl, but they had a child. And we happened to be on the same flight. Let me tell you something. You see that man upstairs there? Let me tell you something. He always got me. He always have my back, even when I least expect it. He always have my back. Let me tell you that. Always. And while we were there, we were waiting for a long time. There were a lot of delays, and stuff like that. And while we were there, when we went in and we checked in, and we went up to the waiting area where we went through series of delays, so we get to exchange, and I'm going to tell you, thank you, sir. Thank you. If you're watching this, I have been trying to reach out to you many times, um, because I am paying homage to you, um, for what you have done for me. I haven't forgotten, and I will never forget. Um, if you're alive and you by any chance see any of these videos or whatever, please feel free to go on my Facebook page, leave me a message. I will respond to you. And it doesn't, guys, I want you to understand something. I don't care who it is. If you send me a message, I will politely respond. And that is just who I am. I have grown. I have grown so much, and it's not funny. But not to deter it from the point. Um, while we were there, we started to talk and stuff like that, and he asked me, "You have family in Canada and stuff like that?" And I was like, "No." To be honest, guys, I was coming here to someone. I was coming here to someone that I met. So I was coming here to someone, and he was saying to me, with his experience in living here in Canada, you know, he know that people can be um bad, and it's not they don't necessarily um what they say is something different when you come to stay with them. And he said to me, "You know what? Take my number." I was hesitant, to be honest with you, and I didn't want to really take his number and stuff like that, because I don't really wanted any strings because given that he's married and stuff like that, um, I didn't want all that dilemma. You know what I mean? So, but he said, "It's friends. We can be friends. Just just in case you need a support when you come here and things doesn't work out like oh you expected it to work out, just know that you can call me from a Jamaican brother to a Jamaican sister will be there for you." And I appreciate that. And eventually, you know, when we board the plane and stuff, we were sitting like he was sitting in front of me or I was sitting in front, something like that. I don't remember exactly. It's a long time. And we kept talking and we exchanged, eventually we finally exchanged numbers. Not exchange number. He gave me his number and I took it. Um, when I finally arrived, guys, in Canada, oh my God. I was looking, to be honest with you, I was thinking that a car was going to come and pick me up and take me from there to where I was supposed to go. But from the get go, I kind of see that, hey, it's going to be a long haul. So, the person who is supposed to come and get me, of course, it's a guy. And we took the train. This is the first time I'm driving on a train. We took the train from I don't remember how it went. I think we took a bus, then we took a train, and we took um, the train for basically the full journey, and then we took a bus to go over to his place and stuff. When I got there, imagine, to be honest with you, this guy was telling me, don't take anything with you. You don't have to take no clothes. It's okay. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't take anything much. I just take like a few, just few, probably two, just two suit of clothes. That's it. I didn't take anything because you said not to take anything. So I was going with your flow. When I arrived, guys, the time was cold because it's in September. It's September 28th going to October. It was cold, and it didn't go out as it's supposed to. I came the Sunday. I think I landed and came the Sunday. And the moment I arrived at the house, I was like, okay, it didn't all match up to what the person was saying. So that's why it goes to show that you have to be careful what people tell you about foreign, right? Because a lot of us over here, we're not living, and we paint this narrative or we give this impression as though we are happening, and we're not happen. We're not happen. Listen to me. A lot of these fancy cars and stuff we see people put up, sometimes it's their friend's car. Sometimes their friend lend them a car and they put it up. Sometimes people don't even know that persons are taking pictures of their house and saying it is theirs. So we gotta be careful what people tell us, okay? Because it doesn't necessarily go the way. That's why you see me, I keep everything real. But you see us are just real. Me no business with nothing else. Me don't know if it be fake. I'm gonna tell you as it is. It's either you like me, you hate me, I don't care. But a lot of times we make things seem that, listen, it's hard in Jamaica, but me can run to my next door neighbor and get a mango. Me can get a apple or something. Me can go dig out, Brother John yam. Yam that with some butter or some chicken back aisle. Over here, so it's a different melody. Okay? It's different. It's different. Not to deter from what I was saying, but a lot of time people make up story, and people paint this narrative or this picture like everything is perfect when it's not. And let me tell you something. The guy said me not to bring no clothes, and it take Sunday me there, Monday me there, Tuesday me get kind of upset. Ask him where the clothes am I supposed to wear. Him say I'm not really have to. I don't have to go outside. I'm like, what? What? Um. So basically, he finally took me to a shopping center, and he bought after a few words. And when I say words, I'm not talking about. I'm talking what is words. So I remember he took me to Gap, and he wanted to buy me the hoodie, and the hoodie came with the pants, and I'm like, you can't buy the hoodie and the pants. But then I realized now being here that things were expensive, and probably he couldn't afford it. But the funny thing about it is, why you didn't just say you couldn't afford so and so? Why paint the picture as if you had it and you could do, all these things? I had no problem taking clothes with me. He promised me a Galaxy S5 that time. It was just coming out in the market, or it was on the market for about 2 months or so. I don't remember, but it was new, right? And to be honest with you, I didn't get anything. Yeah. I went through a book that he had while he was at work. I decided to just look around a little bit. And when I look around, I saw a long list of names of female from here to here with number, and like he sticked if they were okay or if they meet up to his requirement, and then he X. Then he made an X to the ones that he weren't going to call back. I just thought that was creepy. And on top of that, he wasn't doing nothing that he said he would. And I realized he was a pathological liar too. Yeah, he was. Um, I called because he made sure that I didn't even have a phone that can work. But the good thing about it was he had a landline, and I used the landline to call the guy who gave me his number on the plane. And I said, hey, you got to get me out of here. You got to get me out of here. And I think it was a Wednesday. The Wednesday evening, I told him, like, look, I'm not going to do this. And the guy ended up coming for me the Wednesday late evening, and he tried to block me. He called my family. He calls everybody. He terrorized them. He tell them that I leave out with man. And yes, I did leave out with a man, but the man that I left out with, that man was respectable. And guys, we paint the narrative that all men are really bad and all men want something for something. It's not all men stay that way. He saw me as a Jamaican sister, and he felt like, okay, I have to have your back because you are a yardie. And he had my back, guys. The man took his money from his pocket and he paid for me to stay at, I think it was Comfort Inn in Mississauga for how much days? I think it was about 6 days. And the rest of the time, he called up a friend, a girlfriend. Big up yourself, Annette. He called up a girlfriend, and the girl, and he paid the girl to let me stay at her house for the remainder of the time. The Galaxy S5 that nigga promised me, he made sure I got it. I got it. And guys, he made sure that I got clothes. When I say clothes, I mean clothes. I mean, I had so many clothes. Listen, I could take home so many stuff. I was even overweight when I was going home, and I had to pay, I think it was 75 or $65 in overweight charges. I'm telling you guys. He ensured that I had a good time. Even though he had to work, he couldn't get to take me around, but he ensured that he take me to one of Toronto best known place, the CN Tower. And he paid. And I think at the time, what was the fee for that again? I think if it's not $60, don't quote me. It's a long time, guys. But he made sure I was okay, I was comfy. Even when I was returning home, he said to me, "You sure you want to go home? Because you sure you have a job to go back to? I'll give you part two. I will give you part two of what happened." It's like this guy have a goat mouth, but the point here is God always make a way for me, and I don't know why. He always make a way for me. And it's not the person that I've been kind and nice to is always there. No. He always send people for me when I need them the most. Always. And you see, all that happen is when that happen is because of the individual. It's because of the personal heart. The heart and the insight. It's okay for people to act nice and act kind until they get what they want. But I am a person like this. I always pay homage to people who has done good things for me. And even if we didn't make it as friends or whatever in whichever capacity it is, I always remember the kindness that you show me. Even if we cuss and fight tomorrow, but always, if there's a level of kindness, I'm going to highlight you for it. And that is always me. So I want to say, Mr. Gisdale, if you remember me any at all, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, I will come if I have to. If you're hurting, if you're feeling pain, I'm here. I I will always respect you as a person, as a husband, and indeed you are. You're a good man, and you remain even in my weakest and lowest moment where you could have taken advantage of me. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. And I wish wherever you are in the world, God full, full, God will always fill your basket. And I hope that it never runs dry. You're an individual that I have a high level of respect for. And thank you. Thank you so much for what you have done for me. You didn't have to. I know in those times it cost a lot of money to put me up in hotel for days and nights, and then paying out of your pocket for person to put me in their house for me to stay so that I ensure that I go home safely. You took me to the airport, make sure I got there on time. And when I was going down, I was wobbling two sides because of how much stuff you ensure that I got. I don't know how to ever repay you. But let me tell you something. As my eye get teary, woo, I will remain a friend to you. We got messed up over the years. Yes, the Galaxy S5 was left in a taxi and it got, all these kind of things. But you know what? Life could over here. So we have life and that's all that matters. And I just hope to see you even one day before any one of us kick the bucket. I would like to see you in person. I would like to give you a hug. I would like to do whatever it is I can do for you and your family, just out of respect for what you have done for me. Thank you so much. As I said, you didn't have to, but you make a sister feel like, hey, don't give up on ever coming here. Real people still about. It's just to find them. And thank you, Almighty God, for always sending someone for me when I need them the most. I don't know how to ever repay you, but thank you. So, yes, again, guys, I will follow up with the part two to tell you what had transpired when I got back, when I finally touched down back at Jam Down. But it's an experience for everybody, and you know, some have it easy, but they don't know it until they lose it. Because when things come easy to some, they lose it fast. But when you know the worth and the hustle and the bustle and the grinding you have to put in there to reach where you are today, you know how to keep that, because you're not going to let your hard work go in vain. So thank you again, guys. Thank you again for watching. Keep in tune. I will do a part two when I touch down back at Jam Down. Thank you again. Remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching KD's Everything channel.